I really like the cheese has like jalapeno in it. I ate my one soft and one hard taco. Ooh, that's a little spicy, that cheese. And I got these cheese, cinnamon, not cheese. They're cinnamon crisps. And are they ever crispy? Oh! Mm-hmm. These are my favorite. Oh my word. And guess what? I'm literally in a Walmart parking lot. Yay! Testing out whole van life experience, folks. Having Taco Bell. So wanted to share it with you. Wanted to share it with you. You want to hear? Oh, look at this nice chip here. That'll be good for dipping. God bless everyone. I hope you're having something to eat this Friday. I'm very grateful to have Taco Bell right now. Let me know, do you like a soft or hard taco? I love both, which is why I have one of each. But if I were to go back through the drive-thru and get another one, I would have another soft taco, but ask for extra beef and likely extra cheese. Oh, that's so good, guys. Having it with a Pepsi. I haven't had Pepsi in so long. I used to love Pepsi. Absolutely love it. Drank it morning, noon, and night. And then I started this protein shake and these vitamins, and it just stopped the craving for Pepsi. I used to also have an extra large coffee twice a day with 4 cream and 4 sugar. So 8 cream, 8 sugar a day, like 3 to 4 Pepsis a day. Now I'm really trying to drink much more water. That's so important. It's not even crazy. I've got kidney stones and I've got to try to really hydrate, flush it out. Anyhow, let's have another tortilla chip, folks. Really good. There was a Canada goose who was nesting. Maybe her eggs hatched. But the male goose was really protective of her nest. And they were here for like weeks. It was really quite endearing. There's some geese over in the wet, muddy field ahead of me. Maybe it's them, and they're not too far from the nest, but they were nesting right behind me. Right in the middle of this busy parking lot, which I felt so bad for them. I was like, of all the places you could be, why not pick a beautiful, quiet cornfield, you know? Anyhow, I guess if I was a goose, I would pick a cornfield or somewhere quiet by a river. Not a busy Walmart parking lot. But I guess they're territorial, so once they decide to lay, they lay. Guys, let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you love Taco Bell. I don't come here often, that's for sure. I think it's been years since I've come, but kind of hit the spot. I went to A&W to get my most favorite thing, a coney fry, a coney sauce. It's something that our A&W here in Cornwall is the only A&W in the whole franchise chain that does, because they used to have it on their menu. It's a spaghetti sauce that it's like a spaghetti meat sauce. And they used to have it on their menu back in the day my Nana would take me to church, and every Sunday I'd get 2 coney fries, which was a big deal. And they used to be in a box that you'd flip open, and the sauce was on top of the fries. Then they later on went to serving the sauce on the side. But the Cornwall store had 2 A&Ws. Now we're down to 1. But in order to keep the franchise, they got grandfathered in to be allowed to sell the coney sauce. It's the only A&W in all of Canada, the United States, Quebec, that sells coney sauce. And it's my favorite thing. Every time I'd have surgery or have a baby or was sick and couldn't eat for days, excuse me, I would go and want a coney sauce. My husband back in the day would bring me a coney sauce to the hospital, and it was just my favorite thing to eat for like almost my whole life. And I just went to A&W to treat myself because having a little bit of an emotional day, and they had no coney sauce. And then so I ordered a cheeseburger with an onion ring, and they had no onion rings. Their onion rings are super good. They're like a spiced onion ring. So I was like, you know what? That's the whole reason I came. So not really wanting the hamburger, so I figured I'm going to go through Taco Bell right next to A&W and sit in the parking lot at Walmart here and enjoy my chips and cheese and crispy cinnamon sticks after eating my tacos. I'll show you the Canadian geese. There's one in the tall grass there. And the other ones have moved on. They were actually right in my view. Oops, sorry. They were right in my view, but they're not here right now. But there's one right there in the middle of the screen in the tall grass. That's as far as I can zoom in, right there where the white truck just passed. Anyhow, guys, hope you're having a happy day. It's raining, kind of miserable. Sitting here thinking about van life. Can't wait to share my travel and all my adventurizing with you. So I had a big C-Class RV. It was a disaster. It was full of mold. Had to fight with the company to take it back, and I lost half of the cost of the RV, which was a lot. And that was the biggest hit in my life I've ever, well, the second biggest hit in my life I've ever had financially. So it was a big setback, but I'm hoping, my birthday's June 4th, and I don't know for sure, but in the cards, I'm praying that by my birthday, I'm able to pick up something. I was going between a 4x4 Sprinter van. I thought about the Dodge vans. I thought about, everything. A short schoolie. I'd like a short schoolie. I was thinking about that just because the big doors in the back that open. Oh, that was flipped me out. People just came up beside my truck, but they're going to the car behind me. A van would be great because the cost of gas, the cost of repairing it would be a lot less than the school bus. The school buses, if you get a gas school bus, easier to repair than diesel. Diesel costs a fortune to work on those engines. But there's certain engines, I don't know if it's the E450, anyways, 7-stroke, anyhow. One of the schoolies has an engine that is known to last for like 100,000 kilometers. Some of them are only known to last like 400 to 500,000 kilometers. So I keep going between getting a new shuttle bus, ripping out the seats, actually building it out ourselves so me and my 4 children can really, really enjoy the school bus, or just going straight to find something already built. I've been looking online for quite some time. I went to look at a couple of them. Total disasters, bodywork and damage that they didn't report, and drove for hours to go see one. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do. So on early in the week, I'm going to call our city transit. I'm going to call the 2 school bus companies, and I'm going to try to talk to the auction. There's an auction that's about an hour away, and see if they ever get vehicles like that, like shuttle buses. But and then the airport, I was going to try to check with the Montreal airports and stuff. So that's an option. But Building it out, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I probably need a little bit of help, but if I had to, I'm sure I could figure out putting the plywood in and the slats in and the 2x4s for the bed, building a structure for kitchen cabinets. You can get them at IKEA basically and actually custom fill your whole van with all the cupboards from IKEA, then just, insert wood slats for the ceiling. I would put a radiant floor in if I was building it out myself. Definitely a radiant floor. Definitely want a wood stove in there, as well as the, gas, propane heater, whatever, depending on what the vehicle is accustomed with. If it's a diesel, you can put a diesel heater in. But definitely, used to love waking up in my motorhome and just at the foot of my bed touching the panel, and the heat would come on and it wouldn't be damp in there, and the air conditioning would come on too. If you were cold during the night, you needed heat, but during the day it was hot. Like, it was just fabulous to live that life, and I can't wait to do it again. I've got some special equipment for my kittens. I finally got them each a harness and a leash and another special leash, and I got them these cat carrier bags, which are super cute. And I got, so their little head sticks out, but they're in this like cotton bag that you throw on your shoulder like a purse. And I got them a cat stroller, and the cages, is that what you call it? The areas where the cats each sit, because they're sisters, Luna and Yuki, are like a carrying cage. And it's really it's half covered and half with mesh. So they got somewhere to hide, they got somewhere to get air. And I just can't wait to discover places across Ontario, and maybe going to get down to the East Coast. The kids and I are talking about going to British Columbia. There may be a trip to Australia in our future. There might be something a little bit tropical for me in my future, possibly with my daughter. I don't quite know. We've got skydiving coming up, guys. Skydiving. My daughter, McKaylee, wants to go, and my son, Jerikai. My daughter, Shayla's going to watch. She might decide to jump after she sees people come down safely, or sees us come down safely. Maybe we'll never jump. But McKaylee really, really wants to go, and Jerikai says he'd like to go. So that's up soon. We're going to have the Go Cams for that, and the GoPros for that, and just excitement, and so sitting here in the Walmart parking lot on a rainy day, having Taco Bell is kind of like a total thing that van lifers get to do. Our Walmart still supports, as far as I know, motorhomes and campers to come park in the parking lot. You'll see people put their chairs out, and the kids are playing ball. I'm concerned about that when it's in the parking lot, and they'll park towards the end of the parking lot, but this parking lot gets super busy. It gets super full. So, if I had a young family, if it had to be an emergency stopover to stop at Walmart for the night, okay. But I would not plan on Walmarts across my traveling. Do you know what I mean? I just wouldn't plan on hitting Walmarts for all of my vacation needs. I would definitely find beautiful nature, and I would find, some campgrounds from time to time, things that the kids really enjoy. When we used to travel with my children, I used to make them a travel binder, and it would have like things like when you seen different colored beetle bugs, and if you seen a barn, if you seen a flag, if you seen different license plates, if and I used to have them draw at the beginning of their vacation a family photo, and it was so cool to see the kids progress over the years. And then what was their favorite thing of the vacation, what was their worst thing about the vacation. I used to have a page for each of these things, and I'd make these travel binders and make one up for each of the kids. And if we were traveling through Florida, I'd talk about the education, about all the different states we were traveling through. When we went to the East Coast, to New Brunswick and PEI, we did the tip to tip lighthouse excursion. If you go into PEI and you stop at the travel bureau before you start the island, they'll give you, at least they used to give you, this whole little passport, and at each of the lighthouses there's a metal plate, and you put the passport page over, and you scratch over it with pencil, and after you do so many lighthouses, and basically from the north to the southern tip, and at the very farthest tip of PEI. It's where the ocean meets the strait, and the waters are just two different waters that collide, and the seals just bounce in the waters. And it had the best seafood restaurant ever to sit and relax. And there was like seafood, sea kelp. How do you say that? Seaweed kelp being harvested by horse and carriage and old wooden like rakes and forks, and they'd sell seaweed pie everywhere. So it was a very unique experience. And we did that in an old motorhome that we called the Shagmobile. The thing actually caught fire on our trip. We had to make an unexpected stay in New Brunswick. And thank gosh, the area that we caught on fire near had a garage that was able to work on it. And they had a mall that had this, at the time it was new to us, these like amusement parks within the mall. And my kids were just in heaven. So it ended up being a great time for them, stressful time for us. We had bought the motorhome from an elderly couple before going on the trip to the East Coast, and my dad's mechanics looked at it and they said they did repairs, and they taped something up with electrical tape, and sure enough, we called it the Shagmobile because it had like shag carpet and had that fake wood paneling, and the cupboards in the motorhome had that yellow diamond plastic glass in the middle inserts. Do you know what I mean, guys? And so it was just so funny, the shag carpet. So right away we named it the Shagmobile. But it got me and my husband at the time and my 4 children all the way to the East Coast. We did New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Lunenburg was absolutely fabulous, and then did all of PEI. So I can't wait to do all of that. I'll be documenting all of my journeys. I'm going to be documenting when I am at my home, the gardening that I do, the planting, the harvesting of flowers, and the making of bath salts and homemade balms and medicines and creams, and just all kinds of naturopathic things. I've always tried to live the most natural life as possible, and I'm glad you guys are with me. And I do appreciate every single subscriber from the bottom of my heart. Last year around, I think it was July and August, I hit my 1,000 subscriber mark. I had a road trip t-shirt made, and I was going to the Bancroft Rock Jamboree. If you guys are rock mineral lovers, oh my gosh, you've got to make it to Bancroft for their jamboree. It's like a 3-day long session. It's held in their like a big arena plus a community center, and they have geologists and speakers throughout the whole weekend. Extremely educational. There is nothing you won't find there in, you know, what warehouse bulk prices, opals, everything from finished materials, jewelry, handmade crafts, everything you got. And then there's outdoor vendors too, and their prices are super fair. And Bancroft itself has incredible geology. It's got a rose quartz quarry. You can book a tour to go see, harvest your own rose quartz. It is amazing. You're walking on rose quartz. The whole quarry walls are pink and lavender rose quartz. You don't even feel like you're on planet Earth when you're at that place. It's called the Aqua Rose Quartz Quarry, and it's in Egansville. It's actually where Al Capone, the famous gangster, hid from the United States. He fled to Canada through the Vermont borders and over the St. Lawrence and got here, and he hid out in Egansville. His cabin still stands, and they got a long history at the corner store about him. And you can also buy a $10, what they call trespassers fee, and you put it on your vehicle, and you park up the road from this gas station. It's like there's like 10 houses in the town, if that, and you get to go into something called the Beryl Pit. Beryl is rock and mineral, kind of like pyrite almost. But this Beryl Pit has aquamarine, it's got smoky quartz, and it's piled as if dump truck after dump truck after dump truck left it there. So you go in for $10 and you can carry out as much as you can carry out on your back. The Rose Quartz Quarry was charging like $4 per pound at the time. And they also harvest super gemmy quality rose quartz, which you can buy from them as well. That's already been blasted. But it's just a true amazing experience. So I had this road trip t-shirt and I started here when we used to go on vacation with the kids. It was always tradition to pick up a Tim Hortons. I just had a dragon or passion fruit lemonade. So good. Or dragon fruit lemonade. I don't know what it is. Anyhow, And so basically, we always started our road trips by going to Tim Hortons, whether we were going to Niagara Falls or Toronto, Montreal, no matter what it is, we'd start with Tim Hortons. It was just a way, to start the road trip. So as I got to my Tim Hortons and then the gas station, I had each person sign my t-shirt. And when they went on their phone and they subscribed to my channel, we would write they were the 998th subscriber, till we hit the 1,000th subscriber that weekend. Well, I'm turning 55 on June 4th. And I'm hoping to be at 2,000 subscribers for my birthday. So 1,000 subscribers in a year is phenomenal, because it took me 4 years to get to my very first 1,000th subscriber. So I got monetized that year ago in Bancroft, and I was so excited. I didn't quite understand exactly how YouTube worked. I knew a little bit about how it worked, but I wasn't like 1,000% sure, right? So I thought I was going to get paid right away. I was going to start earning money. Well, here it is, almost a year later, and I'm not at the 4,000 watch hours. Or you need 3 million shorts watched in 365 days. But it'll come. Something's going to hit viral somewhere along the way, and it will come. I'm raw, unedited. I don't edit. I'm hoping my microphone is recording this and you can hear me after this long talk. Actually, I have a problem with my microphone. I've got a new one to attach to my phone, which I should have did before I started this. So I'm hoping that my microphone is working for this. Now that I've gabbled for 21 minutes here in the parking lot at Walmart on this rainy day, having Taco Bell, watching the Canadian geese, watching the rain calm down, listening to it on the truck. I really hearing sirens. I've got a taxi in front of me. It's running with its lights on, facing me. I had vehicles pull up beside me in this empty parking lot repeatedly instead of just parking anywhere else. So I can't imagine having the most restful night when you're sleeping in the Walmart parking lots, but I just want to come on and say thank you for staying with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my shorts. I love when you guys comment. I do try to react and respond to each of the comments. Share the videos if there's something you enjoy. If it's gardening or rock collecting, share the videos. If it's fishing, comment, engage, and big sirens. Must be fire trucks coming. Oh, the ambulance over on the corner. God bless anyone that needs that. Anyhow, so yeah, guys, and I started a new YouTube channel called I Did Podcast, ID Podcast, and it needs 50 subscribers so I can put the live interviews up. We've interviewed 5 people already. And until I hit 50 subscribers, I can't play their interviews. And the new people waiting to be interviewed, all the live, and they're cool, amazing guests. I've got a modeling agency CEO already interviewed, a Fantasy Realm comic book store and Cape, which is like a Comic-Con owner, interviewed. I've got a diamond jeweler, Andre Pommier, interviewed. I've got a book author, Mrs. Liz, who used to have Tea Time with Miss Liz podcast. She's got like 11 books she's been writing in and released, and she's just a force to be reckoned with. She's been interviewed, as well as a lavender farm on a day there was a tornado warning. So the interview was quick and not quite what we had planned a few days prior, the weeks prior, but we'll get back there. But when that channel, if you're watching this, if you could, as soon as you're done watching this, I'm going to hang up real soon, guys. If you could go over to ID Podcast, it's like a neon green logo, and just hit subscribe, that would mean the world to me. And let me know in the comments that you subscribed here. And the channel is not that active right now at 35 subscribers, so I need to check on it more. I didn't want it to be a personal channel with shorts, but I started to do some shorts on it so that there was some content. But soon as I hit 50 subscribers, it's going to be all about the guest interviews. So guys, go over and check ID, all in capital letters, I Did Podcast. Please, from the bottom of my heart, subscribe. It would mean the world to me. As soon as we can go live, oh, here's a Mustang pulling up. Racing to get to the credit union. So I'm going to sit here. Oops, a daisy. I almost lost the cheese for like the third time. But I liked when the cheese was warm. Not so fancy for it's cold. But I'm going to enjoy my Taco Bell cheese, my cinnamon twists. I think I'm going to go to a Dairy Queen and get a peanut butter parfait. It's not far from here. I'm at a Mr. Puff's, which that dessert bar, I don't know if you guys have ever had Mr. Puff's. Let me know in the comments. But they're like basically like donuts almost, and they're filled with different things, and they drizzle caramel and sugar on top, and I'd like to go in, but you get a pack of 6 and I'm going to eat them all. But for some reason, I'm just really craving the ice cream with hot fudge and peanuts. So I'm going to finish up some more food. Thank you for being with me. I'm blessed to have you guys all subscribed and watching my content. You'll never know what it means to a YouTuber. Literally, I'll be 55 in June, on June 4th. And it's, I think, 5 years in June that I've had my channel. And I can't wait to get that very, 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 very first check, guys. It's going to be incredible. And not to make this about money. It's about sharing my journey and making a video library, a video memory album for my children and my future generations to see. I really do a lot when I'm really active. For the past 2 years, I had 2 sub pump failures at home, had to move out completely. The whole house, basement, upstairs, everything had to be packed, put into storage, got it unpacked, had another failure situations with electricity, had to move out again, and I'm just moving back in, and it's been just so traumatic that I've hardly got out fishing. I did some ice fishing. If you scroll through my YouTube, you'll find me ice fishing. But not as much as I used to. But I'm really hoping and praying that this spring and summer, you guys are going to see so much more adventurizing. So thank you, Taco Bell. I pray you all have something in your bellies. Homelessness is a very serious situation. I'm looking to do a change. I'm looking to make a difference in the homelessness situation in my community. I have a property that has 2 acres. The back 1.5 acres of land I don't use. I would love to be able to get, I don't know, my township though is really super strict. I would like to be able to get small, tiny homes, whatever the blueprint is that we are allowed. I think we're allowed a 6-foot by 12-foot is the biggest we're allowed without a permit. But I think if someone's living in it, it's a whole different situation. But if you get a 6 by 12 2-story, there's a company called Boxable, guys. You can actually invest in them. I sent them an investment because I believe in what they're doing. They've built casitas, these foldable, boxable homes. They've helped the army. They've helped homelessness. They've helped religious groups. They've helped overseas. And the company is super growing. So you can make a minimum investment. But they also have a 2-story boxable now. So I'm hoping to get property that we can live on with a lake, be totally off-grid, totally self-sufficient, be prepared for whatever is to come, whether it's bad weather or a war or financial economical crisis. I want to have my storm cellar. I want to have my cold cellar. I have a cold room where I am, and I do a lot of canning. I do all my own spaghetti sauce, all my own salsas, my own jams, my own beets, everything. But the past 2 years, I haven't because of the floods. So I'm praying that this is all going to change this year, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. So check in each day, see what I'm up to. Thank you for joining me. Double check the I Did podcast. Subscribe. It's free. It would mean the world to me. As soon as we hit 50 subscribers, we can go live with all the interviews and the guests that are waiting to be interviewed. I've got a musician from April Wine. I've got people who are famous in our area of Ontario, people who've put records out, the Barstool Prophets. They're all friends of mine. I can't wait for their interviews. There's so many incredible people that are waiting to be interviewed. So check out ID podcast on YouTube, my other YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, guys. If you're not subscribed here, subscribe, like, comment, let me know where you're watching from. It really does mean a lot to me. It really does mean a lot to me to know where you're from, what you're up to. It's Friday. I'm alone. I'm single. So I'm in a rainy parking lot eating cold Taco Bell. What are you doing? Peace out. Cheers, y'all. See you in the next one.